Difficult customers? What to do? Hey, it's Pam from BenMcFuzzylugs and it's Monday, so it must be another Etsy tips and tricks tutorial. Advice for the small Etsy artist and crafter. If this is something you're interested in, please don't forget, give us a thumbs up, subscribe and come back every Monday. So you've got a difficult customer, what do? Difficult customers come in all different types, and sometimes you've got to think, are they just being difficult for the sake of it, or do they have a valid point? Sometimes a customer's feedback can be really useful and help you out to grow your shop. For example, there's been quite a few posts on forums and message boards, people commenting that their customers have complained about lettering on certain designs, that they can't read what it says, or R's look like I's. So although this might not be something that you see, this is what the customer is telling you that they see. So this could be important feedback to tell you that perhaps you either want to change the font you're using, or in your photographs for your listing make it very clear, show all the different letters and show some examples of how the more difficult to read ones look together, because your customer isn't going to be an expert on types of lettering and their item might not turn out the way they were expecting it based on the selection that you show them. The other thing to do is, if this is something that you've seen that you've had a problem with a few times, you could send a proof to your customer for approval before printing out. If you have done all these things and the customer still isn't happy, have a look and see first of all, is this anything that's your fault? For example, if you're printing onto a natural substance such as wood, is there a change in the colour of the grain that's making your item not stand out as well as it could have done? And if this is the case, then perhaps you might have to look into refunding the customer because you didn't meet their expectations. But of course, sometimes people are just difficult. If you've done everything you can to try and please them, sometimes not everyone can be pleased. So if you're going to refund an item, depending on your shop policies, but make sure that they return the item to you and you have it in your hand before you give them any money, because if they were just trying to scam you, often they'll suddenly decide that they can live with the item rather than have to pay for shipping back. They were maybe just looking for a freebie. I will say though, bad customers are far, far less than people lead you to believe. But don't always assume that what seems like a difficult customer is always a bad thing. A person can be very particular about what they're looking for, but if you meet their specifications, if you're able to please them, it might just take a couple more emails or a little bit more work, but then you might find out that they're a fantastic repeat customer because you now understand what it is that they're looking for. So go that extra mile. A lot of my items are custom made, and I always send my customers photographs of the item before I send it out to let me do any revisions needed until they're happy. Sometimes people are happy straight away, sometimes you need to make several alterations, and yeah, if you're having a bad day, that can annoy you a little bit, that you worked so hard on that and they're just not happy with it. But what I found, sometimes I can be too close to the item, and if I just send them the image and then they show alterations for it, what I can end up finishing with the product that I'm far more happy with, that's a million times cuter. The customer's so much more happy with it and they recommend me to all their friends. So it's worth that little bit of extra. But it does always seem to be the way. When I've worked so hard on something and I'm really pleased with it, the customer always wants alterations. And if I've really struggled, if I'm not having the best artistic day, and I just send the picture thinking there's going to be wanting hundreds of changes with that, the customer's totally delighted with it. And everyone likes slightly different things. They have a different idea of what is cute, and it could be just a slight change in a stroke or a little 2-second tweak, and that's the difference between them being happy and unhappy. And bear in mind, if you're only communicating with them through email, you can't really infer a tone. You might feel that they're being rude to you, but they might not be meaning to. And I found sometimes some customers that feel a little bit abrupt, when you actually do the changes that they ask for, they're fantastically happy and utterly wonderful about it. And like I said in last week's video about the shipping, think like a customer. Hopefully we all buy things as well. So think if you're a customer and you've purchased something and you've got a draft for approval and you're not totally happy with it. Think of how you're going to feel if the shop owner gets back to you and they're quite abrupt and sniffy when you just asked for a wee change. Whereas if they got back to you and they're all totally happy with it and they work with you, you're going to feel much more positive about the shop. And it goes the other way. If you're a buyer and you are asking an artist to make tweaks, try and think how to do it. I have some customers and they can ask for 20 different changes, but they do it in a nice way. They tell you to start with, oh, I love this, I love this, I love this. Could you change that? And this gives you a better idea of what their expectations are. It's much easier to deal with rather than someone who actually really loves something but they just want one change when they go, no, no, that's not right, do that. And you just feel a bit like, it just knocks the wind out of your sails, rather than if they'd come on and told you all the things that are good and then just ask for the wee change. It's just a bit easier to hear sometimes. So bear in mind when you're communicating with people that it's always nicer to sound nice and positive as best you can, rather than to jump in and be blunt. Try and be professional at all times. It's going to happen sometimes that you can't make a customer happy no matter what you do. And if this is the case, if they leave you bad feedback, be professional in your replies. Remember, first of all, if you reply to them, that locks in their feedback. So perhaps you want to try messages first and don't wind them up. Try and resolve the issue. If that can't be done, then attempt through Etsy to resolve the issue. Sometimes Etsy can help if you've done all you can and it's really not your fault. And if all other things fail and the customer's just not happy, try and be polite and nice in your reply so that other customers, when they look at it, they don't think that you're a difficult seller. They don't think that you're going to be nasty to them if they don't like something. Mainly, I want to say that most customers are fantastic, so friendly and so supportive. And in the years I've been on Etsy, I've had far, far more good times and great customers than I've had difficult customers. And some of my most difficult customers have come back to be some of my best customers. So enjoy yourself on Etsy. Don't let the negatives hold you back. So be professional and be courteous, and you will get a lot of great customers. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope it helped. Don't forget a thumbs up, leave a subscribe down below, check some of the videos at the side here, and come back next Monday. Thank you.